Help create a bright future. NOR is working with thousands of farmers worldwide to grow vegetables sustainably. Because we don't just care about taste, but about protecting the land for future generations all over the planet. Unilever makes some of the world's most well-known brands, and over 50% of our food ingredients are already sustainably sourced. Find out how working with farmers is helping to create a bright future.
And you know, trying to make a living as an artist can be tough at times, but Eddie Hamrick of Catawba County is proof that determination can pay off. After struggling for years, he is now recognized around the world for what he does, and an amazing exhibit of his work is now on display at the Hickory Museum of Art. This story is all new just for you on Bounce.
Eddie Hamrick remembers well when he was a senior in high school and carved this hummingbird piece for an art project. When his teacher saw it, she said he was going to go far. At the time, she and Eddie never imagined just how far.
John, it's been a real blessing to take the talent God's given me, and I've done stuff for, now in my lifetime, 7 presidents, 4 governors, the Pope, the Queen of England, Andrew Lloyd Webber, Marvin Hamlish, people like John Elway, Bob Costas. I've done Broadway stuff, I've done movies.
Eddie Hamrick is a woodwright. He's devoted his life to woodworking and today is recognized around the world for his talent.
So carrying on that tradition is what I set my life out to do. And so for 42 years now, and 25 years from when we met and started, I'm finally getting it right.
We first met Eddie 25 years ago when he was featured in a story on Carolina Camera. At the time, he was working out of a shop at the historic Murray's Mill.
Crafts is kind of tied in with nature. You work with what God gives you and the insight and the view He gives you on nature and make things for people that's useful.
How many pieces would you say you've done over your lifetime?
Over probably, I guess, John, over 5,000 pieces.
Many of those pieces are now on display here at the Hickory Museum of Art. Lisa Swenson is the museum's director.
The big thing is we have a local artist who, born and bred in this area, and he has made incredible objects.
This is the show of the working man, and it shows what we make with our hands as craftsmen in the mountains and the foothills here in North Carolina. When we study past civilizations, we study their art, their creativity. It's what's in the museums and passed down that we study. And to know now that stuff like the chapel and the artwork I do will be around 100 years from now, they'll be talking about the old Mr. Hamrick.
Not bad for a Catawba County native who never went to college.
Governor Martin told me, he said, Eddie, you represent North Carolina. You are what we are. You work with your hands, you build things that are world-renowned, your best quality with the best stuff.
Today, Eddie's best stuff can bring in thousands of dollars. But he's actually donated much of his work to charitable causes, helping raise more than $1 million for various organizations.
The main things that I've got, John, has been a testimony of what God's done for me and through my hands let me do. And to go out here and make things for people that they cherish.
And despite all the recognition, Eddie remains a very humble man. Now, the exhibit at the Hickory Museum of Art is called From the Master's Hands, Eddie Hamrick Woodwright, and it runs through September 6th. And how about this? Admission is free. In fact, if you go, you might even find Eddie over there. They've set up a little area where he actually does some work sometimes during the day.
Neat. So you can see him doing his thing. That is a wonderful, neat story.
He is an amazing man. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Yes, very talented.
Girl.